First 3 weeks were about broadening our scope of where God might be moving, how we could improvise on His story, and how the relationship between culture and church has shifted. This week is about trying to bring some of those ideas together, to flesh them out in your situation, and to try and choose some practical ways your group might be able to go forward. The 5 areas to explore on your tablecloth are about how you might go about doing leadership, what vision you're aiming at, what parts of your life together need to be organised and what should be happening more organically, what rhythms you might want to adopt, and what values you're hoping will be the heartbeat of your group together. Just a few things to note as you set off. Firstly, there's a lot to cover here. It's worth taking your time over it. If you don't get round to it all, that's understandable. Split the material and come back to it another week. But having said that, you don't need everything set in stone before you set off. Try to get comfortable with a sense of direction, and then you can come back to these questions as you go along and review them. Churches and other organisations can easily take weeks looking at one of these topics. The advantage that you have is flexibility. You can give something a go, and if it's not the right fit, you can just change tack. Do what you can to figure out an initial direction and then just go for it. Listen out for particular hotspots that the Spirit might give to you as you talk through these areas. Does leadership feel like a particularly contested area? Is your group more interested in the organised life and there is not much interest perhaps in the organic stuff? Keep your eyes open and your ears peeled for things that the Spirit might want you to hear. Lastly, at this stage it's important to get specific about what you're trying to do with your group. If you're part of a church or organisation, then there will be other people who will want to know what you hope to do and how you hope to go about doing it. You might want to also apply for funding down the line, and clarity and focus will help funders understand exactly what you're trying to do. You may want to think about meeting with whoever you are accountable to run through your ideas at this stage. It's important to keep the lines of communication open, and that person could be an invaluable insight into where your group will head to next. But above all, enjoy.